Sir Charles Darwin, the father of modern science, has said, it is not just the species that is the fittest that survives, but what survives most is the species that is the most responsive to change. Sir, as a rule of nature and as a responsible opposition, we are certainly responsive to change and reform, sir. It must be remembered always, and it is also true, that like civilizations, governments and oppositions, laws and legislations also evolve out of the shortcomings that must have remained earlier, or the mistakes that may have been made earlier, or as per needs of the hour. Sir, the intent to reform and to increase accountability is definitely welcome. Coming from a dynamic and highly capable finance minister who has a good grip over her subject, there is little scope to disagree. But there is definitely scope for suggestions and raising a concern or two without going into repetition. More important is that the concerns of all stakeholders need to be addressed before going further, sir. The views of the ICAI and the view of the Standing Committee must be taken into consideration more sensitively, I feel, as per the views of the speakers who were speaking earlier. While the intent of the bill is effective coordination, the apprehensions expressed by them and the dilution of autonomy and decision-making must be suitably addressed before the passage of the bill is my view, sir. My concern here is the intent of the government is to regulate CACS, but the larger question is, do we have the required infrastructure and manpower for the proposed additional responsibilities? Has the government planned to address this issue? While speaking about manpower, the officers are already overburdened with work. Are we going to be recruiting more officers for this process? Currently, the recruitment via UPSC is declining year after year. So this is an important issue, sir. Sir, the bill provides for disclosure of pending complaints or actionable information against members of the institutes and firms registered with them. Sir, I would like to ask, recording details of pending complaints in the register of members and register of firms before they are found guilty may adversely impact their reputation. Doesn't it give scope to vendetta politics? How are we assured that disclosure of pending complaints is not going to be selective in nature? Sir, also, while concluding, I would like to request the government, sir, to formulate financial literacy programs for people in general, so that women and men have an idea about issues like investments and taxation. Taxation not just limiting merely to income tax, but also GST, capital gain, and so on, sir. It is time for our public at large to become more financially literate. It is important that they understand, maintain, sir, 1 minute, just half a minute, maintain, file income tax returns, and have the necessary skills to set up and grow businesses. A time must come, sir, when the Janta could act as a regulator. Sir, if you want to reap financial blessings, you must sow financially, it is said. And David Buck, I will end with his quotation, financial education needs to become part of our national curriculum and scoring systems so that it's not just the rich kids who learn about money, it's all of us.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sri Neeraj Dange.